50 Ultra. I've had a couple of days obviously to reflect on everything and just taking the process, everything, and go through the process in my head, the different emotions, feelings that I felt going through the 50 days, the highs, the lows, the bikes and the bike choices. And luckily I had this bike because of that bike, and you know where I think I went wrong probably with trying to do the squats with 50k on the bar, and just a bit of a reflection and like how I've felt over the last 50 days, where I think I've gone wrong, where I know I've gone wrong, where I know I probably could go right, which when I attempt to do anything else again, I've learned from this experience. So the knee problem, I think, was totally my own fault. I didn't pre-prep really. I didn't spend enough time with that bar on my shoulders. I've got a bad knee, I've got a bad hip. I should have spent more time just learning to squat more with the bar, to get my body ready for it. I literally within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I had this plan of doing it, and then maybe 4 weeks, I got the bar given off my boss for free, the similar squat rack, or like he was giving us a load of weight equipment, and I didn't spend enough time doing it. Now that I look back at it, the way I do squats was terrible, as you've probably already all seen, and just all of that. What I should have done was I should have probably spent a month out and got ready to do that. So being able to do 50 squats with 50k on the bar every day, I should have already pre-prepped for that. I should have spent more time on my technique. I should have spent more time just doing them. Till that first day, I hadn't even done 10 squats with that weight on my bar. So that's my problem. It's my fault that's happened. So I will not do that again. I'll make sure that when I'm going to, it's just like training for anything. Like when I train for a 10k, a 5k, 10k, a half marathon, a marathon, a triathlon, Ironman, I don't just go and do it like give it 2 weeks of training and then go and do it. It's just stupidity. But that'll never happen again. Whether I do squats again, probably not. I don't think it's something that sits well with me injuries, my hip and my knee injury, so it doesn't really sit well. I think I'm going to have a look at maybe doing deadlifts, because I still love doing deadlifts, so I think I'm going to have a look at that. And I don't think it's put as much strain, and technique there'll be still strain on us, but I think I'll be able to do it a bit more better justice. The press ups, well, I just got stronger all the time. I did get tired out towards the end. It was getting hard, because you just think, 50, like I've done press ups forever, like you know, they've always been part of some sort of my routine. Even when I've trained just for a run or something, I've always done press ups and stuff. I've always enjoyed doing them. So, but doing them consecutively every single day and having an injury coming into it, it was a bit painful at the beginning, but towards the end it's fine. My shoulders are fine actually. Here is still hurting a little bit. I have no idea what that is. I think a little bit that's a lie. What I think moves a little bit of what this niggle's been actually was on my big bike, because I've had this lever here slightly out, and my position on the bike hasn't been very good. I think I've been a bit too up and too over that side on my bike when I've been holding it. I think that's got something to do with it, because what I found is once I started using this bike, which is much smaller, the pain seemed to go away. But then when I go back on this bike, the pain seemed to come back. So I've adjusted the lever a little bit. I've adjusted the seat down a little touch. I've given myself a little bit tilt in the seat as well, and I feel much more comfortable. It feels like a much better seat position on that. So I think that might have had a little bit something to do with it, the strain of just the shoulders. I think that's probably what it was. But anyway, press ups, I'll do them all the time. I absolutely love them. They're a great exercise. I think everybody should just do them. They're just natural. You don't need to go to gym. You don't need any equipment. You don't need anything. I know I've got a board thing, but it just generally just don't. I think it's just a great overall upper body, helping with upper body strength and with an upper body core as well. And I've always enjoyed them. I'll always do them. I'm probably going to do them even more. So that's the reflection on them. So I wouldn't really have a problem. Obviously the bikes had loads of problems going through the whole thing. Looking back on it, will I ever do this sort of challenge again on a cheap bike? Probably not. I just wanted to prove that you can still do it on these cheaper stuff. You don't need the mega expensive bike. I mean, don't get us wrong, it's great to have it, but you can do it on this sort of bike. And I just wanted to, I don't know, I could have given, and I wanted to try and do this challenge. Everything I got here was given. The ball was given, the squat rack was given, the bike was given. Yes, I had to repair it and I had to pay for it in the shop, just for parts and stuff, because Steve at A&S Cycles literally didn't charge a penny for anything. Even the times it broke during the challenge, he never charges a penny. I can't thank Steve enough at A&S Cycles. Amazing guy. Honestly, if you ever need a bike, you ever need a fix, you ever need to look at, go to A&S Cycles in South Shields. He's a great guy. But the bike was too small. It was too small for us, length, height wise. You can see, if you look, that's me proper bike. That's that bike. You can see the size of the different. I'm not a little boy. I'm 6 foot. I'm 15 stone. So I struggle on this one. This one hurt my knee more. This one hurt my calves more. As soon as I got back on that bike, my knee and my calves just stopped hurting because I could stretch. I had more room. The pedals as well got like a 4mm spread on the pedals on this one, where this bike's a lot thinner. So I struggle, but I still have proof I can do it. I still do most of the miles on this. I got more miles on this than I did on this one. This was always here for backup. I mean, I've done thousands of miles on this bike, but I'm just going to sort of retire this as such thing. I'm just going to go probably pedal to work and back on it. I can probably do 5 miles to work and back without it bothering us, hurting us or whatever, and I can just cruise along to work and back through the tunnel and back. So I think I'm not going to get rid of the bike. I want to keep it. At the end of the day, I've spent nearly 300 quid on it to get it up to spec and to get it rolling and going. But I mean, I've spent 300 quid on it. That wouldn't even buy a lever for this bike. So when you put it in that aspect, like you think, oh well, yeah, this great bike can do everything. It's absolute nuts. There's better bikes, but like, to me, this is the absolute nuts. This one isn't, but this one can do the job. If you haven't got a great deal of money to start doing any of this, you can easily get yourself a cheap bike like this, spend a couple hundred quid, 300 quid on it. Yeah, you don't have to go to extreme like I did. Of course, I've pushed myself. I was doing 31 point odd miles per day, every single day. Yeah, this bike isn't really meant to do that. That bike's meant to do that. But that's why that one's got a big price tag and that one hasn't got a big price tag. But if you haven't got a great deal of money to start off doing this, you can do it on a cheaper bike, on a less, if your budget's less, that's great. You can buy this stuff cheap off eBay, you can buy, or one of them other sites. You can buy off anything like that, you can get it and you can do it and you can try it and you can start it and you can learn. I've done that through the years. Like that bike there was very cheap off a friend of mine before he went to Dubai. I've had it for ages. That was too small for us as well. Now I look back at it, and that's got us into it. I bought cheap stuff off places where you know you can buy the cheap stuff from, and you can get yourself out for a couple of hundred quid and just give it a shot, give it a try, see if you enjoy it. And I bet you 7 out of 10 people that try it or just have a go at it would probably like it and probably enjoy it. Yeah, you don't have to go extreme with me, like doing it in the pitch black, middle of winter, through frigging ice, sleet, winds, rain, more winds, dark, freezing. I can't mention any more, not really probably, but you don't have to do that. Wait for the day is a lush day. Honestly, it's lush out there today. This is probably an ideal day to get yourself out there, and then you haven't spent a great deal on it, and you will enjoy it. And just, I suggest it to anybody: get yourself a bike, whether it be a race bike, mountain bike, any sort of bike, and just get out there and just have a little wander around wherever you live in the world. Just go and you'll probably find places that you've never seen on a bike. It's different than being in a car. It's different than walking. It just is, and you can take things in. I really enjoyed cycling. It's probably my best out of all the things that I do. I love kayaking as well, like, but it's slightly a bit different. But yeah, so that's probably about it. Where we go with the bikes and that and stuff. Probably all the rest of my stuff that I do from here on in, I'm going to buy a correct bike to do the correct job, which would probably just be this one. Or I'm going to look into a gravel bike. I'd like to buy one of them to do a bit more bike packing and stuff. I think that's not really for bike packing. So, but other than that, no, I just, it was mega hard at times. I just found it to become monotonous, just getting up every morning. And it wasn't every morning actually. I started before that. It was as soon as I coming from work, I was having to pre-prep, make sure that my gym equipment was there, make sure my cycling equipment was there, make sure the nutrition wise, whatever I was drinking, coffee, chocolates, because they're my, I love chocolate when I'm doing any of these things. And I've tried all your protein bars, your nutrient bars and all the rest of it, and I just find good old Cadbury's chocolate is just the best for me personally. So I generally have I just eat lots of chocolate. And then try and get some protein in, try and get some carbs in once I'm finished whatever exercise I'm doing. But at the beginning I struggled with just doing it. Then I just got used to it. There was like I would say there was a lull between probably week 2 and week 6, where it become as if it was part of my job, as if it was part of my life, and I just naturally every day just went through it and just got in from work, got a shower, got a bath, tried to soak my legs as much as what I could, do a bit of editing, then make sure all my stuff was ready, correct, in its right place. And then I used to try and make sure by the time it was 7 o'clock to try and sit down, and I got 2 hours just here in front of the telly or just chilling, doing something like, you know, like I say, editing and stuff, and then go to bed 9 o'clock and then get up at 3:45 every morning and then go through the whole routine again. I had to adjust loads of things during it, different times and stuff, and it was a bit of a, you're working, it's an ongoing job, it's ongoing work, and you're constantly looking at where, oh, if I got that 5 minutes earlier, if I've done that one, and if I've done that, have I made sure I've charged all the lights as a Wahoo charger, as you probably would have seen. Sometimes I didn't charge it, or charge it by mistake, the charger didn't go in properly. And then there was just loads of other stuff in the beginning. I was having to use heated socks because my feet were getting that cold, and especially during that week where it was frozen, my feet were just so cold. And then towards the middle, towards the back end, I didn't even need the warmed up socks. My feet was kept warm. It was all right. My body just got used to it. I got used to it. But the last week, and of course with the run up to Christmas and all the stuff that I have to do during Christmas time period, that was just, it was just so hard. And by that point, I was just drained. I felt like every day, it didn't matter how much rest I got, how much nutrition I got, the battery was just running down and running down and running down, and to the point where yesterday was my first day off not training or doing anything, and I literally, every time I had something to eat yesterday, I fell asleep, and he fell asleep a few times through the day. I was absolutely knackered yesterday, like proper, like I was tired after Ironman, and some triathlons I've done, some endurance stuff I've done, but yesterday it was different. It just felt like I couldn't keep my eyes open for long, and I think a little bit is your brain switches off, because for the last 50 days, every day it's been doing the same thing, and it's been thinking about, right, what am I going to do next, what's next, and then you get to the point where you go, oh, I don't have to do anything. And then your brain just shuts down, and that's what I felt like yesterday. I felt like I was like, I just want to sleep. I don't want to do anything. I still don't want to do it whatsoever. Had a couple of drinks, had a lovely Sunday dinner, the Christmas dinner. And like I said, I get up in the morning, had my breakfast, fell asleep. Had my dinner, fell asleep. Had tea, fell asleep. Every time. Today I feel a little bit better. Still feel tired. My legs are really sore. I can't even touch them still. But that's the thing I found as well. Even though my legs were very sore, I could still pedal the bike. The squats used to hurt a lot, but the bike didn't. Once I'd got like probably 10k into the bike ride, my legs would actually loosen up and they would actually feel okay, they'd be absolutely fine. And then I just have to go to work every day. So when I'm walking 9 hours a day around work all the time, apart from 2 breaks, but other than that. But yeah, I think like anything in life, like anything I ever do, you make mistakes, but you learn on the job. And I learned so many little lessons during them 50 days. I've learned more lessons about me, about my nutrition, about recovery. Recovery being the probably the hardest bit I found. I couldn't get enough time to recover with having a full-time job, with being a full-time dad, with being a full-time granddad. Like it was hard to get recovery time. If I'd done this as a job, if this was just me every day and I'd done these challenges and I didn't have to work, I think I'd probably be able to recover enough, and I don't think it would take as much out of us the next day, but it doesn't. It's like it's 3 hours basically of a day doing. By the time I do the press ups, the squats, and get out on the bike, get the bike ride, and then I've got work as well. So it just there wasn't enough recovery time. That was probably the only downfall to all of it. And I didn't prep for it enough. When I mean prep, just like with it, doing the squats. Like I say, I don't think I'm going to do squats again. I think I'm going to probably pick deadlifting, which I'm going to probably start after New Year. I'm going to start doing deadlifts. So how I can get up to that. My next plan, my next big thing is, I think, coast to coast, both ways in 24 hours. So it's about 240 and a bit miles-ish from Tynemouth to Whitehaven, back to South Shields, about that. So I'm going to look at something on doing press-ups and deadlifts before I do it, and I'm going to start practicing for them probably in the new year. And then last little bit of this reflection, I just want to thank everybody that's got behind us during the whole thing. People that have come and seen us at the garage, or pulled us when I'm been shopping, or texted us, or DM'd us, or just anybody else I've come across in the last 50 days. Thank you all so much. I've loved everything that you have said. I know I either you're mad, or you're a machine, or you're just mental. I'm probably a bit of all of them, but I love the little camaraderie we have with that as well. Like it's good. It's a good laugh. Like it's little things like that keep us going. I'm not doing this to go, oh look at me, I'm the greatest, I'm this, I'm that. I'm doing this because I enjoy this. This is what I love to do. It's my favourite thing. All the stuff that I do. It's more than a hobby to us. It excites us. And I mean, it wasn't that yesterday, mind. I was dead to the world yesterday, but today I'll be a little bit more excited for my next challenge, what I want to do next, what I've learned from this experience to go into the next event that I do. Well, yeah, I thank all and especially donations, with the people that have given us cash and with people that have given to me just giving page. I've raised over 400 quid. I'm really happy with that. I was hoping for 5, but we're over 400 quid, so that's absolutely amazing. And thanks to all my family and all the rest of it. Probably my little boy the most. He's phoned us up, asked us how I'm doing. When I'm tired, he's telling us to shut up, and so thanks for him for the encouragement with that. Nice to see he's got no remorse for us at all whatsoever. It's really nice. But no, he knows what I mean. And then my last big thanks is to Katie. I can't thank you enough. I mean, 3 months ago, I didn't even know this girl whatsoever. I never met her, didn't know who she was. And then she started liking some of my stuff on my Instagram. I didn't even know she had started following us last year. We started liking stuff on my stories, and then DM'd us one day when I was out running, and it was cold and all the rest of it, and she didn't want to go out for a run because she was getting ready for the Great North Run. She didn't want to train. I gave her some words of encouragement, and we just text back and DM back and forwards from there. We met up one night, and then now we're together. But she's had to, like, over this 3-month period of knowing us, she's had to put up with 7 weeks of me doing this. And I had the plan sort of rolling around in my head when I first met her, but I hadn't quite worked it out because I knew I was getting the weights and I was getting the stuff. I knew I had that bike, and and then when I told her what I was doing it, and she was like, all right, okay. Didn't flinch, didn't anything. She went, all right, okay, well, as long as you get time to say this. I was like, well, yeah, I'll get time to say you. Tried as much as I possibly can to say her, but it's not just that, it's the words of encouragement I've had from her every single day, every text, every phone call, every night, like, cheering us on, keeping us going, keeping us motivated. I can't thank you enough. And at least now you know what I'm about, and at least now you know what you're going to have to put up with for the rest of the time that you're with us. There's always going to be something, there's always going to be the next event, there's always going to be the bigger thing that I want to do, because I can't just do the one little thing, it has to be the next bigger thing. So, but yeah, I can't thank her enough for being behind us, and I can't thank my family for being behind us enough at all whatsoever, and all my friends and all my work colleagues as well. You know, my two boys, I'm not saying the name because every time I say the name, once he said me first, honestly the rivalry between them two at work is just phenomenal. But anyway, so I'm not going to say their names in this. That's about it. I know this might sound a little bit long-winded. I haven't done the day 46, 47, 48, 9, 50 yet. I haven't edited them. I've just been relaxing. I've just been chilling. I will get around to that on the next couple of days, and put them the last couple of days on. You'll probably like the last day, it was quite funny. If you haven't already seen it on my Instagram, and if you haven't seen it on my Facebook. But that's about it. It's Boxing Day. It's now 1:10. I'm going to get ready and get changed because I'm going to go and watch the tune. Have a couple of drinks with all my best friends who I haven't seen for weeks because I've been pedaling around and doing press-ups and sit-ups and going to work. So I'm going to go and enjoy myself. So thank you all that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. Please keep watching it. Do the icon bell. If you tell people about what I'm trying to do here, please tell them. I know it's still a bit rough and ready at the minute. I'm still having to use my camera. My phone is my camera. I'm going to buy a new camera. I'm going to buy a mic. I'm going to buy some lighting. I'm going to try and script it a bit better. I want to give you more of how I think, feel about all the stuff that I do. Because lots of my mates says I should have done this years ago. I'm giving this a try, and so I know that I'll have some people like it, some people won't. But if I can inspire people of my sort of age, in your 50s, with injuries, with families, with a full-time job, to get out there, do more, and it's even if I inspire one person, that would make me so much happy. If I inspire 100 people, that would be even happier. Even 1,000, even more. That's my plan. I just want to help people that are in the same predicament as me. I'm not the greatest with technology. I'm dyslexic, and I'm not good with the whole reading and writing at all, which you'll probably notice of lots of me spelling and grammar and all the rest of it. But that doesn't mean I can't do this. And this doesn't mean I'm so passionate about this, and I'm so passionate about learning how to become a YouTuber, learning how I can read and write better, how I can come across better, how I can probably start scripting things rather than just doing everything off the cuff like I do at this moment in time. But then again, I might just keep it off the cuff like this, because sometimes people don't want stuff that's been scripted down, and people have looked at it and said, this is the way it is, this is the way you train, this is the way you write about it, this is the way you do it. I'm not doing that. I'm just telling you how I'm doing it. Whether it's right, whether it's wrong, or whether it works for you or not, I don't know. But if you can go, hey, you know what it is, he's doing that on that £280 pedal bike, so why can't I do that? Exactly, why can't you? Why can't you get some free weights off your mate and do some squats and do whatever? You can do it, man. Anybody can do anything they want to do. And I just want to try and I basically just want to try and do that. I can't put in any other words. I just want to try and do all the things that lots of people probably think I can't do because I can't read and write, and I'm not good with technology. I'm 51-year-old. Normally when I used to have, we had computers back at home and the kids are back at home, like, get a computer, man, that's how we do that, that's how we do that. And that's great, that's brilliant. The kids are technos, They know exactly how to do everything, and they probably make everything look so easy. But I want to try and learn it, and I want to try and discover how I can come across better, let everybody else know how I can do this better, and then and still have a full-time job, and still be a full-time dad, and still be a full-time granddad. So right, I'm gonna stop bantering on now because I need to get a shower, change, go and see the tune hopefully when today. So I'm sure I will. At St James's Park. So right, anyway, never stop, never tire, do whatever you want in life. Nobody can stop you. No one.